project. So I'm going to show you how to use markers in a plastic bag and make a watercolor background, and then we will do some fish silhouettes. So I will show you how to draw two different fish. So the supplies that you're going to need are washable markers. The Crayola ones that came home in the art kit will work. A white piece of paper, a black piece of paper. If you don't have a black piece of paper, I can show you something else that will work. Scissors, glue stick, and a plastic bag, so one that you would put food in, like in the fridge, so a sandwich bag or one of the big gallon storage bags will work. So gather up the supplies and then we can get started. So this is the bag that I'm using. It's a gallon size storage bag. If you have the smaller sandwich size bag, that will work too. You might just have to do two different prints. So what we're going to do with this is add marker to it, and then some water on the paper, and we're going to take a print of it. So it's going to end up looking something like this. So you're going to want to grab your markers, and like I said, you want them to be washable. So the Crayola ones that you got in your kit sent home will work. This is going to be the water. The background that we were working on is going to end up looking like the water. So you want to choose colors according to that. So my suggestion is blues, greens, you could even do purple. Gather up those colors, and all you're going to do is take the marker and you're coloring big sections with the marker. You do not have to do details, because when we add water, the details would disappear anyways. This marker is just going to spread out and turn into a watercolor. So you just want to color big sections on your plastic bag. Some of it might like start to shrink up on the bag. It'll look like the color's disappearing. It's still there, don't worry about it. The marker is still there, but it's because you're coloring on plastic, that's all. But it is still there, and it'll color in and be completely fine. So you can make your sections as big as you want or as small as you want. If you just wanted to do all one color, that's completely fine too. I tend to like a lot of different colors when I do art projects, so that's why I chose so many. But you certainly do not have to do that. You can just do all blue or blue and green or whatever you want to do. But you just keep going until your bag is covered with the marker, like that. Now you're going to set that off to the side for a second, and you're going to take your white paper, and we need to get this wet. So to do it, I just used a paintbrush and a cup of water. And you don't need your paper to be soaking wet, you just need it damp, because the water is going to kind of reactivate that marker that may have dried and turn it into a watercolor. Now you want to work pretty fast with this part. You want to try and get that covered as quickly as you can. And then you're going to take your paper, water side down on top of the marker, and press with your hands. And you should be able to see the marker kind of coming through, especially if your paper is thinner like mine. And then when you pull it off, you will have a print of your marker. Looks awesome. And then this piece, this background, you can set off to the side and let it dry while we work on the fish. So now is when you're going to need the black paper and a white crayon or white color pencil to draw on here. Now if you don't have black paper, follow along on a piece of white paper and then just color the silhouette in with your black marker or black crayon. That would be fine too. I'm going to show you how to draw two different fish on this piece of paper. So you can see you don't need a really big piece. I took one of the bigger pieces and cut it in half. You do need either white or yellow to draw with so you can see the lines. So the first fish that I'm going to show you how to draw is an angelfish. They're the ones that have the really big fins. So to do it, you're going to start by drawing a circle on your page. You don't want to go too close to the top because you want to have room for their big fin. So you do a circle. Now we're going to add the fins. So to do the fins, you're going to do a line coming out the top and a line going out the bottom. And then we're going to close those off. So we're going to start at the top of the fin and come down. We're going to start at this fin and come up. Like that, and those are our fins. Now we're going to add the back tail fin. So for that, I'm going to do like a letter C right there at the back of the fish. And then we're going to do another C inside. So it kind of also looks like a crescent moon shape. Now since we're doing a silhouette is like the shadow of an object. So you just see the shadow of it. You don't see details. So we don't need to add anything else in the inside. We don't need to worry about the eye or the scales or anything. This is all we need to do. So that one is done. And now we're going to go down here to the page and draw just a regular fish. So for that one, you're going to do an oval to start with. And then we're going to do the back fin. So the back fin, we're going to draw a line out, and a line up and a line down. And then to connect them, or to close that off, you're going to do a number 3. So start at the top and do a 3. Just like that. And then we're going to do the fin on the top and the fin on the bottom. You can do triangles, you can do curves, you can make them as big or as small as you want. You could do 2 on the bottom instead of 1. That's up to you. And again, we're just doing the silhouette, so we don't need to do details. Now you can do more than one of each of these if you want, however many you want to fill up your page. But I'm just going to do these just to show you real quick. So then you're going to cut these out. Don't worry about your black or your white line showing, because this, the side with the white, will be the back. So we'll put glue on that side, so when you flip it over you have a nice clean black surface. Now if you don't have black paper, draw them and then color them in black and cut them out. So here's the angelfish. So like I said, this will be our back. So you can add glue to the side with the white lines. And then once your paper is dry, you can add glue to that side and then glue it down to your background wherever you want your fish to be swimming. Like that. And then you can cut your other one out and glue that one on. Another thing you can do, because you probably will have scraps, is if you wanted to do some seaweed. Seaweed is just a squiggle up and a squiggle down, so you have a curve like this. And you could glue some seaweed to the bottom of your picture, so there's something else going on in your picture as well. So you can get as detailed with this as you want. Add lots of fish. You could do a starfish. I know you guys are super creative and super talented, so you can add whatever you want to your fish picture. I just wanted to give you the basics to start with. So enjoy, have fun. If you have pictures of your finished project, please post them to your Google Classroom or Seesaw, whichever you're using. I would love to see them. Have fun, guys.